Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be a what I ate for dinner this week. So sort of like my what I eat in a day videos, apart from I'm only going to be sharing my dinners. I thought this would be really interesting. I really enjoy videos like this because I feel like you get to see more variety, you get some good inspo, so I'm really excited to film this, although I don't think I've picked a particularly good week to do it because my fridge isn't very full at the moment. It is looking a little bit bare. I'm in desperate need of a food shop, but I'm kind of in the make-do mindset at the moment because I like using up as much stuff as possible. So I think there's going to be a lot of that this week. I have no idea what I'm going to be eating yet, but I know I have a couple of things in the freezer that I need to use up. So I'll probably be eating quite a few of those frozen meals. Honestly, if you don't freeze meals, like make meals in bulk and freeze portions, you're doing it wrong. Like, it is the biggest time saver. I love coming home from work and dinner has already been made for me, bypassed me. I'm like, thank you. And you literally just have to heat it up and it's so quick and so simple. Tonight's dinner is a little bit different. It's actually very different for me. I've got myself a treat for dinner tonight, so I'm going to share with you guys what I'm going to be having. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be having for dinner this evening. This is honestly such a treat because I can never normally justify buying ready meals and microwave meals or anything like that because I know I can make the exact same thing for like a quarter of the price. But I had an M&S gift card to use and I thought I would treat myself. It's a Monday night, I want some vegan mac and cheese. So I picked up this Plant Kitchen macaroni pasta. I think, yeah, it says it's a vegan sauce made from coconut oil and cauliflower, so I'm very intrigued to try this. It doesn't look too exciting at the moment because it's not been cooked and it looks pretty grim. I'm going to add some of this Asda vegan cheese on top, and actually I think I might even have some breadcrumbs in the cupboard, so if I find them I might add that as well, just to jazz it up a little bit. But yeah, this is tonight's dinner and I'm honestly so excited for this. Okay, so this is definitely not the most appetizing looking food. Even after adding the cheese and the breadcrumbs, it looks kind of weird. It also smells very interesting. I'm intrigued to try this. I feel like I might have just got my hopes up for no reason, but I'm gonna give it a try. That's definitely not mac and cheese. I mean, it's not awful, but it kind of tastes like soup. Like soup with pasta in that I've now added cheese and breadcrumbs to. I mean, it's not bad. I can still eat this. I'll still enjoy this, but I can definitely make a nicer mac and cheese than this. Definitely don't know if I'm convinced by this, but this is what I'm going to be having for tonight's dinner. It's now Tuesday and I'm about to make tonight's dinner, so I am having fajitas. I've got these wraps that need using up. They are pretty old, but they don't have any mold on yet, so I think they're still okay to use. So I'm going to have a couple of them. I've got a red pepper and a green pepper that I'm going to chop up. I've also got an onion. I would normally add mushrooms as well, but I don't have any mushrooms in. I'm going to add some black beans to make up for the lack of mushrooms. And then I've got these vegan chicken pieces from Tesco. So I'm going to chop the veg up, fry it with the chicken pieces, add the beans, add some fajita seasoning and just shove it in a wrap. I also have some jalapenos that I'll probably add as well, and I think I might still have a little bit of vegan cheese left from yesterday, so if I do, that's going to go on as well. And yeah, I'm just going to add fajita seasoning. Oh, and I also have some tortilla chips, so I'm going to add some of them as well because they make everything better.
Your hair is a hot one. Okay, this is a really good note that I'm going to take, and I learned something new. I came for the big apartment.
Okay, so this is my final dinner. It looks a little bit of a state. I overstuffed my wraps like normal, which means I can't close them very easily. I also added some hummus that I found in the fridge. I would normally rather have like salsa or guacamole, but I'm making do with what I've got, so this is what I'm having. Definitely doesn't look too appetizing, but I am so excited to eat this. Okay, so I know technically this is not what I'm having for dinner, but I'm having a pudding this evening, so I figured I would also share it with you guys. So tonight I've got an apple and blackberry crumble with some vegan custard. This is not a normal thing for me. I went home this weekend and my mum made crumble and she gave me a portion to bring back with me, which is honestly such a treat. This is so good. This is literally the best crumble I think I've ever had, because this like crumble topping tastes just like shortbread biscuits. It's so good and I'm so excited to eat this. Please excuse the state of my appearance, but it is now Wednesday and I'm about to make dinner. So tonight I'm having sausages, potatoes, carrots and green beans with some gravy. So normally with a meal like this I would do roast potatoes because they are my favourite, and I feel like I make a pretty mean roast potato. Like, I pride myself on my roasties, but to be honest I cannot be bothered to do that this evening, so I'm not going to do roast potatoes. I'm just going to kind of chop them up and shove them in the oven. So technically they will be roasted potatoes, but it's like not the same thing. I'm not peeling them, I'm not boiling them, I'm not going to the effort to make them like a good roast potato, if that makes any sense. So these are the potatoes I'm going to be using. They are so tiny, but this is literally all I have left. So I'm going to chop these up. They're also kind of a little bit manky, so I'm hoping they taste okay. But yeah, just going to chop them up, put them in a tray with some oil, and I'm going to season them with these things. So I've got garlic powder, onion granules, rosemary, and then salt and pepper. These are like the same seasonings and stuff that I put on my roast potatoes, but I know it's not going to be the same. I'm just trying. And then I've also got some fresh garlic here that I'm going to roast with them. I've then got my carrots. I've got literally the smallest portion of green beans left that I'm going to use up. And then I'm going to have these Linda McCartney sausages. So I'm going to cook a couple of those as well. So this is my final dinner. I have completely drowned it in gravy. Also feel like I may have been a little bit too ambitious with the carrots. Like, that looks like a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat all of those, but this is what my meal looks like. Also, I just tried one of these potatoes and they are good, so I don't regret not spending the time to make roast potatoes too much. But yeah, this is what I'm having tonight. Tonight's dinner is another very minimal effort meal. When I say that I don't like cooking during the week, I honestly try and avoid it as much as possible. I love cooking in general, and like during the weekends and stuff I really enjoy it, but when I get home from work I just don't have the energy, and the thought of like coming home and having to stand up for like an hour to cook a meal is just not what I want to do. So tonight I've got another frozen meal, and this time it is a vegan lasagna. It looks kind of gross in the actual Tupperware thing, but it tastes really good. My mum actually made this over the weekend and she froze me a portion to bring back with me. Definitely a very like mum thing to do, but I am very grateful for this because we had it over the weekend and it's so good. So I'm literally just going to microwave this for dinner, not in the metal thing, don't microwave metal. I'm going to put this in a bowl and microwave it. And that's all I'm going to have. So not really the most exciting meal. I would normally have this with like some vegetables or a salad or some garlic bread. I really fancy some garlic bread, but I don't have any of that stuff in my fridge right now. I literally have one carrot and that is all the vegetables I have. So I'm just going to have this as it is, and I'm going to hope it's going to fill me up, or I just might have like some more extra snacks and puddings and stuff later. But this is what I'm having. It is a vegan lasagna. It's got lentils in it and a bunch of veg. Honestly, I can't even remember what's in it now. And then she also made like a vegan bechamel sauce, which is so good. The crispy sauce on the top of a lasagna is literally my favourite thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna shove this in the microwave, and that is my dinner tonight. This literally barely looks anything like lasagna now, but I have just heated it up. It is definitely lacking some garlic bread. I am so sad I had none in, or no bread to make garlic bread in with. So I'm just gonna have to have it by itself. It's still gonna taste good. It definitely doesn't look too pretty, but it smells really good. So this is what I'm having this evening. Okay, so it's now Saturday and I didn't end up filming anything yesterday. A little bit of a fail, but I didn't really have a proper dinner. Well, I sort of did. Basically, we had our monthly team lunch at work and we ordered in burgers. So I had this falafel burger with chips and it was so good. So that was my lunch and it was super filling. And then because it was a Friday and it was the last Friday of the month, we were also having like our monthly kind of company catch up. and at those catch-ups they order pizza. So even though I was so incredibly stuffed from lunch, like after lunch I had never felt that full in a long time. It was amazing, but it was like a very filling burger. I still went and had pizza at like 4:30, so I think I had 3 or 4 slices of the vegan Papa John's. It is so good. It is my favourite vegan takeaway pizza ever. I love it. So I guess essentially that was my dinner. It was just a very early dinner at like 4:30. And then I came home, I'm back at my mum's house for the weekend, and I just could not stomach anything. I was still stuffed. I ended up going for a drink with one of my friends, so I guess my gin and tonic could have classed as my dinner, but I don't think that would be setting a very good example. So I don't have like a proper dinner to show for yesterday, but I did eat a whole lot of food. It was a very good food day. I mean, it wasn't like a good food day, it wasn't healthy in the slightest, but all of the food I ate was so good. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video here because that is like the sort of 5 working days in the week that I was gonna show my dinners from. I feel like I should do this again, but during a week where I'm doing a little bit more cooking. Let me know what you guys think. This is definitely like a realistic look at what I eat, because during the week I try and cut down on my cooking as much as possible, but obviously that's probably not as interesting to you guys if I'm like eating out or just like heating up some food for dinner. So let me know what you think. I'm very happy to film more of these because I really enjoy sharing food, and yeah, I just like food in general, so I'm very happy to make videos about food. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.